Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorial. In this one, I'll be showing you how to build a very simple Ender Dragon Elytra drop system. Basically, what this will allow you to do in your world is whenever you kill the Ender Dragon, it will drop an Elytra and whatever other goodies you decide, which is pretty nice. And this is honestly just a very nice quality of life feature to have on realms and servers and just popular worlds in general, because loading all of the end dimension chunks, exploring for Elytras and end cities is actually very taxing on worlds and on Bedrock Edition in general. So hopefully this system saves you guys a lot of hassle. Now, this system is actually very simple, only consisting of 3 commands and some basic logic circuits, and it has a ton of safety features built into it as well to make sure that it doesn't get exploited or abused, because everyone knows that that's going to happen. So I built in a bunch of safeties, and the system is also actually Ender Dragon duplication proof as well, which most Ender Dragon Elytra drop systems are not. So let's go ahead and demonstrate this system, shall we? We're just going to go ahead and kill the Ender Dragon, and as you see, a chest will appear over here for like a split second and then instantly be destroyed, and that will drop your Elytra on the ground over here before the dragon has even died. Now, this Elytra drop can be in whatever location you like. I've set it off to the side instead of having it right above the portal, because most of the time your Elytra is just going to end up going to the overworld, and that's just a whole mess. So it's a lot safer to have it kind of over to the side. And we are using an item drop instead of a give command. That way there's actually a fair chance for everyone to get their hands on the Elytra. So one of the main safeties that this system has is a little bit of a cooldown, so you can't just spam kill dragons to get Elytras, and this is very helpful when it comes to preventing duplicated dragons from actually dropping Elytras. So as you can see, this is a freshly spawned dragon. It got killed in less than 30 seconds of being in the game, and it is not going to give us an Elytra over here, as you can see, which is very nice. So the main reason why I have this in place is because the Ender Dragon duplication glitch that I may or may not have popularized really breaks a lot of systems that do not have a cooldown. So that cooldown really helps with that. And also, I've been killing dragons for years and years. I've killed hundreds and hundreds of dragons, and my average kill speed, where I'm not trying to get killed myself, from taking out all the crystals to actually getting the dragon down to 0 HP, takes about 8 minutes average, and I'm guessing that the average player is not going to be faster than that. So you can have your cooldown speed be anywhere from 30 seconds up to about 5 minutes or so. Another very nice feature of the system is that it actually has customizable loot tables, so whatever is put into this chest right here will drop when the dragon is killed. So on Whispercraft Season 2, I have an Elytra, a dragon's head, and then also 10 dragon's breath. I feel like that's a pretty good loot table for killing the dragon. And as you can see, once we go ahead and kill this dragon, all of that stuff will actually be dropped. So here goes the dragon, and there is all of our loot right on time. Fantastic. As you can see from this time lapse, I stood AFK for about 5 minutes and duplicated a whole ton of dragons, and this system did not give me a single Elytra. As you can see from the redstone lamp there, the system did not activate a single time. If it did activate, that redstone lamp would have turned on. And basically what that means is that it's extremely reliable. It could maybe in theory break if there's a massive lag spike or a realm crash or something like that. You can't quite prevent that from happening. But this system is completely redundant in that case, because in case it does activate you and give you an Elytra for a duplicated dragon, it would take so many more duplicated dragons and so many more failures of the system to actually give you another Elytra from a duplicated dragon. So many, in fact, that you would actually crash the world just from going through the gateway and actually loading them all. So it might mess up once in a while and give you an Elytra for a duplicated dragon. However, it's going to be a very rare occurrence. And because of how our system is set up, it doesn't give you 1 Elytra per dragon. It gives you 1 Elytra once all dragons in the loaded area are killed. So it's even safe on that front, and it's just that redundant and safe of a system. So let's actually start building this system, shall we? It's going to be 6 blocks wide by 8 blocks long, so it is of course rather large, but for all the safeties that it has in place, I think it is well worth it. We're going to start off in the bottom left corner with a repeating command block going out into a comparator. This is going to go into a repeater on 4 ticks right here, going into a block. 1 more repeater, this one's going to be on 1 tick, another block, and then a redstone torch. You then want yourself a piston right there, redstone block, and another normal piston right there. Redstone dust behind both of those. a block to the sides of each of those redstone dusts, a comparator there, and then you want 2 hoppers going into each other just like so. And then from here you want 3 blocks along, 2 pieces of redstone dust, a redstone torch right there, repeater on 4 ticks, repeater on 4 ticks, a block, repeater on 4 ticks, and another comparator. I built that all kind of backwards, didn't I? Oh well, it's pretty simple. Hopefully you can figure that all out. And finally, you want yourself a comparator right here reading from this hopper, and that is pretty much all there is for the redstone. So now you want to go ahead and put the items into your hopper clock. I would suggest 4 stacks of items. That is a pretty solid cooldown, but you could of course have like 10 items in here or 5 stacks, doesn't really matter. What you now want to do is put in your loot chest, so get the coordinates of this exact block right here next to your comparator, which is going to be, in our case, 163.44. Put a chest right there, and then put, of course, your Elytra in there as well, or whatever you want to have dropped from the dragon. And then you need to start installing your commands. The commands are going to be down in the description for easy copy paste on your part. We're going to have our first command right here be an impulse unconditional needs redstone. And this is going to be basically copying the exact coordinates of this chest, which is what these first 6 numbers are. And that's going to be kind of, cloning that chest to 1070, which is right over here by the end fountain, plenty far away so that nothing falls into the portal. You can, of course, change that output location. But now we're going to need a chain command right here. This is going to be chain unconditional always active. And this is going to be setting 1070 to air right after it gets filled with a chest. So that's that instant break system basically. And that is actually your drag and drops part of the system done. What you need to do is go over to your impulse block and have this be repeat unconditional always active. And this is just a simple Testfor command. This actually tells your system when there is an ender dragon around so that it can then start doing all its things and actually start activating. So of course you want this entire command block system to be very safe so that no one messes with it or tampers with it. So I would suggest burying it deep underneath the end fountain and the end city island, or you can put it all the way up at sky limit. But either way, of course, surround it in bedrock or maybe, barrier blocks, whatever suits your fancy once again. But I would also suggest adding in an additional little teleport command. So the way that I have this set up is to teleport anyone that is not me specifically within a radius of 13, and that's going to teleport them right above the in-city fountain at about Y150. So they'll have a nice little trip and a short little fall, and they'll be perfectly fine, I swear. So yeah, just a nice little thing to have anywhere that you have command blocks or any form of administration system. And again, you want to switch this out for your name. Otherwise, it's going to start teleporting you as well, which isn't going to be that nice. So that is going to do it for this little command block tutorial. Thank you all very much for watching, and thank you all very much for the requests as well. I didn't think many people would be interested in this, but my oh my, were there a lot of requests to do this system. So thank you all very much. If you have any other systems that you want me to do a tutorial on, then please let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, maybe consider leaving a like on the video. If you're new here, consider subscribing as well. And I will see you all down in those comments and in the next video. Thank you all again for watching. And then there was silence.